Hello, Cheryl here from Life on Point and Yoga Teacher Training School. So I've had a couple of questions in from very new teachers and also people considering Yoga Teacher Training course. So the question is, how do I build my confidence as a yoga teacher? Now, there's quite a few things to cover in this, but I'm just going to start with how to prepare yourself the best to create a fabulous experience for your students. And every time there are a few fundamentals to the teaching methodology that is just, you have to do this to build your own confidence and build the confidence in the students, in you, and just create a beautiful space for people to heal and come together and feel like they're part of a community. So what we will talk about today is creating the space for yourself to feel prepared and get your class off on the best foot. So first of all, every good yoga teacher training course should really be supporting you through the teaching part of your journey. So, it's all well and good doing the classes and the workshops in a yoga teacher training course, but you become a teacher by teaching. And this is why on our course, even after module 1, when we're all still really brand new in the room, we start teaching so that you really get the experience and you start to embody what that feels like. And obviously we do it within a safe environment, whether it's within our own community, within our studio, or whether it's you teaching just a small group of your community or your boyfriend or your partner, to get some immediate feedback and really become the teacher. Yeah, if you have had this nudge of like, oh, I feel like doing a yoga teacher training course, that's the teacher within you going, hello, I'm in here and I want to be let out. That is your inner guidance going, I am ready. But we sometimes need a little bit of catching up to do on the outside to allow that part of ourselves to emerge. And these are the steps that we lead you through on the course that we provide. And it is a lot to do with having structure, having the right tools, slowly stretching your comfort zone. And sooner than you realize, you will be teaching. You'll be like, oh my God, that was really good. So to get yourself really well prepared. So first of all, have a class plan. Do not do this off the cuff. So we have class plans already written out for you because there is a very logical and intelligent way of sequencing a class plan. We're not making people stand up, sit down, go like hickledy-pickledy, lying down, then we're standing up, then we're balancing, then we're doing forward things. Like there is a very logical way of beautifully crafting your sequence so that there is flow to your class, that we take people on a journey and it gives your students enough time to breathe, to connect, to also feel strong, to have a very empowered experience as well. Because yoga is not just about the body, it's the mind, it's the body, it's all of that in its connection to self. So we need to make sure that our classes are providing all of that space for people to really connect with themselves. So you need to feel in control with what you're about to deliver. So have your class plan. If anybody has questions about class plans, have a chat with me, but this is what we teach on the course. And you would have already done your health and safety checks before people come into your class. Again, make sure that system is like lock and key so that it's just a beautiful, fluid, non-invasive process where people are happy to share with you what they want to share with you so that you know that you are providing the best service with them. And the beauty of that is that you can plant those modifications already in your class plan and use the vocabulary. Like let's say we have somebody with a scoliosis and we have somebody with a hip problem in our class, and then all the rest are like, like medium ability. So you've got quite a range of things to work with in your class, but you want to be offering modifications and guidance for those with scoliosis and somebody with a hip issue. So when you know that before your class starts, then you can embed it into your class plan, and when you're new anyway and you're still thinking about lots of things, it's just something that you can quietly have there. And honestly, this will mean the world to your students, because they will feel seen, they will feel heard, they will really feel included, not just like, you might feel like you're on the spot and you don't know what to say. And you're like, oh God, how do you do that for a scoliosis body? Should they be doing it? Oh, there's just so much it feels like there's so much to think about when you're starting out, and it doesn't need to feel like that as long as you're prepared. So make sure you've done the health and safety forms, make sure you have your class plan, beautifully developed and sequenced, logically sequenced class plan to follow, giving yourself plenty of time within your practice to explain poses, but also allow for pause, for people to feel, for people to reflect. Yeah. And have cues in all of your poses that move people beyond their poses, and it helps them feel empowered. Like, for example, let's say we're in a warrior and we've helped people adjust, we've provided the modifications, we've spoken, to the people who need something else from us within that pose, and then talk about the underlying feeling and connection of this pose, the meaning of the pose. Feel grounded, allow the power that you're cultivating in this pose to really fill you from the ground up. Warrior pose. The language you use is really important, because you are giving people not just a body experience, which yoga isn't about. You are helping them open their mind and access their energy as well. So before you prepare, so that's all within your preparation of the class. Also know your class students' names. So you say people's names at least once in the whole class. You make sure everybody has been seen and heard and acknowledged. And if you don't know people's names, start learning them, because they are investing in you in that time, and yoga is therapy, and part of therapy is being seen and heard and valued, and it will really create rapport in your class. Preparing yourself, give yourself plenty of time. So that's all your preparation. Yeah. So you feel already that you're stepping into your class very well prepared. Now, if you have done a yoga teacher training course somewhere and you don't feel you are secure in knowing what a good class plan is, then please reach out, because that knowledge really needs to be embedded into your body. Yeah, there is a very logical way to help people move through sequences in classes that fits everybody in the room. Now, also, give yourself time to set up, because the environment that you create is the first thing that people are going to notice. Yeah, they're going to step into the room. Does it smell nice? Is there lovely, soft music going on, or relaxing music? Whatever the environment is that you're creating that's relevant to your class and your style, set the scene before people walk in. Make sure all the mats are all out and prepared, so people are stepping into an experience. This is really important, and it will give people respect for the space. You're creating a sacred space where people can feel safe. They feel like they're in good hands. They feel like this person knows what they are doing at the front. So the way that you prepare the space and yourself is really important. Look smart. Don't look like you're all disheveled and your head's up here. We all have, I generally look like this when I teach. my hair is off of my face, my toenails are nice and clean, my fingernails are clean because we have our hands and feet out and we're touching people. This is really important. Make sure that everybody can see your body. Too much baggy, people won't be able to see what you're explaining to them. So be clean. And this is also part of your yama and niyama. This is one of the first things, like cleanliness. Preparing yourself, once everything is in the place that you want to do, give yourself 5 minutes to calm. If you are the kind of person who can be a little bit scatty, lose focus quite quickly, meditate 5 minutes before your practice. Focus your mind. Go nice and quiet. I always take a book with me into my yoga class, or we have books around anyway, and I will open a book. It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter where. I will open a page and I'll just read a paragraph, and I maybe read it again a couple of times. And for me, this really focuses my mind into the job that I'm about to do. It's relevant to the subject. I'm not thinking about whatever's been going on or dinner or the children. It just focuses me in on yoga. It might even provide me with some nice language to bring into the class, into the practice, or just a thought that you fancy sharing, or even recommending the book. But I'm using it to focus my mind, to bring me to this one point and this one activity. And again, if you are somebody who, if you are doubting yourself, your capabilities, use some affirmations. You've done everything that you need to do. So trust in yourself. You have your class plan. You've done your health and safety. You know what's relevant and you know how to use that now in your class plan. You have the skills. You have the knowledge. You have set the space out beautifully so people feel safe and trusting you. You've welcomed people in. You've made people feel warm and safe, like they can relax. Then come back to you. You've done all of that, yeah? So now trust. It's about trusting yourself. So sit down on your mat, breaths in and out. Maybe you're reading, maybe you're quietly meditating, and just come back to a few affirmations. I am prepared. I am prepared. Use it with your breath. I am prepared. I am prepared. I am guiding, not performing. I am guiding, not performing. Remember, your job is to guide. You're not there to be perfect and to be performing and getting everything right on every beat. That isn't what yoga is about. You are guiding people safely through their own practice, and that will look different for everybody in the room. Yeah. You've done everything that you need to do. Now trust that the energy, the flow will come through you as soon as you all start breathing together. Yeah. And just take your time. Yeah. The slower you are, because you'll want to rush, maybe because of the nerves. If you feel that happening, just step back, just come back to, I am guiding, I'm not performing. Yeah. Just take a few breaths, find your rhythm, and start again. And if you get lost, if you get all muddled up, just bring everybody into a comfortable pose, yeah, and breathe. Just all take some breaths together, and it will be so soothing for your students, and it will give you just the time to center yourself. And then you'll just look over at your class plan again. Okay, that's where we are. Okay, inhale, left arm up and over, and you'll just reset again and just keep doing that as many times as you want. Nobody is expecting a perfect guru at the front of the room. We're not trying to be gurus. We're not trying to be perfect. It isn't real. Don't get caught up in this Instagram yoga world that just does not reflect reality whatsoever. You are there with everyday people exactly like yourself. You just have the tools that they are looking for. This isn't about you. It's about the tools that you're transmitting, that you are sharing. Yeah. So just a few, there are so many tips I can offer you on building your confidence, but really having the systems, having the class plans, understanding the poses, the asana, understanding empowering language, understanding teaching methodology, all of this helps build your confidence. And sometimes it's just getting everything in the right order and taking your time and trusting. Yeah, if you've had that little call inside of you, then the teacher is ready, but we just need to practice being the teacher, and we just need to practice being the best that we can be at the teacher that we are right now. And honestly, that is more than enough for the people who are in front of you. If you are really dedicated and committed to teaching yoga, just practice being the best teacher that you can be right now with all of these tools. If you have any questions, if you want any more advice or want to contact me, do get in touch. And I look forward to sharing a few more tips with you. Take care. Bye.